Hi, this is MaryEllen with Portraits of Me, and today I'm coming to you with my TBR jars. I'm going to be picking the books I'm going to be reading for the month of April. And if you haven't noticed, I'm actually recording in the daytime, so I have natural light actually coming in instead of my artificial light. So let me know what you think of the difference. My husband's at practice right now. He's a musician, so I have a few minutes to record a video during the day. I'm so excited. I even got coffee, so let me share it with you. This is from the Coffee Bean. It's an iced vanilla coffee with an extra shot, but if you can notice, most of the ice is melted already, so that's a bummer, but I'll be sipping this today as I do my TBR jar picks. Before I do my picks, I normally like to go over the books that I picked last month. So for the month of March, in my jars, I had two books I picked that I actually did finish reading, and that was Wild Beauty and The Darkest Minds. So let me go ahead and tell you what I thought about these books. Wild Beauty, even though this cover is so beautiful, I gave this book 2 stars on Goodreads. I know that sounds low, but the 2 stars on Goodreads actually means it's okay. And that's what I thought of the story. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite, and it actually took some effort to get through this book. The story was interesting. The reason why I gave it 2 stars was because it kind of dragged. There was a lot of dry spells within this book. And I think it's because of the way the author writes. She writes very beautifully, but she takes a lot of time to describe every detail of everything that's mentioned in this book. And to me, that was just a little bit over descriptive, and it made the story lag. I think the pace could have been a lot quicker in the book if there wasn't as much descriptions in the books. And I don't think she needed all that description. I think she's just known for her beautiful writing. So she kind of did a lot of descriptive work in this story. But I didn't really care for the story. I just thought it was okay. I did love the ending to the story. The ending was a highlight. I won't give any spoilers, but the ending was one of my favorite parts of the book. I liked the history she gave at the end that kind of drew everything together. So 2 stars on Goodreads. The next book I picked up in my TBR jars was The Darkest Minds. And this one on Goodreads I gave 3 stars, which means that it's good, that I liked it. And I did like the story. I think the author did a really good job of creating this world and of creating the characters. The characters were very relatable and were well-rounded. The reason I gave it 3 stars, I think it was because I highly anticipated an action-packed book, and this book really wasn't that action-packed. When I read the synopsis on the back, it sounded like this book was going to open up with action. Her parents, it's her 10th birthday, her parents discover something regarding the main character, Ruby. It's so terrifying that they throw her in the garage, lock her up, and call the cops. That's not how this book opened up. It was more of a slower pace, and I think that kind of threw me off a little with the book. The book wasn't as high adventure, high impact as I thought it was going to be, although the overall story was really good. Another reason I gave this book 3 stars was because even though I finished the book and enjoyed the book, I could put the series down. I don't have to grab the next book in the series to continue the story. I'm happy with where this story took me, and I could actually just stop reading it if I wanted to. I'm not sure if I am. I might pick up the second book. I don't know yet. We'll see if I do or not. So these are the 2 books that I read for the month of March that I pulled from the TBR jars. If you've read these books and have any comments about them or your thoughts, please leave that in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you thought of these books and what star rating you gave them. So let's find out what the jars are going to pick for me for the month of April. The first jar is books in here that I received as gifts for my birthday and Christmas. And so let's see what I pick. Let's see what I got. So this book is American Emperor by David Stewart. So let's see if I can find that book for you. Okay, so this is the book right here that I picked out of the first jar. It's American Emperor, and it's actually a history story about Aaron Burr's challenge to Jefferson's America. So I am looking forward to reading this. It's a little bit different than what I normally have been reading, which is a lot of young adult. So this is going to be a good switch, and I'm looking forward to reading this one. Let me tell you what this one's about. Okay, so this one is basically just going to be about Aaron Burr and his life and his story all the way up to his election as vice president and his impact and influence that he had on Jefferson. It does sound very interesting, and I love history, so I'm looking forward to reading this. Now this one I can either really love or I'm gonna really hate, and I think it's gonna depend on the writing of the author. So hopefully the author does a good job with bringing this story to life. So that's the first book. Let's see what the second book's going to be. Okay, so here's my jar. This jar right here has all the books I have received from my subscription boxes, which includes Page Habit, Owl Crate, and Owl Crate Jr. So let's see what book I'm gonna get. Okay, here we go. Ta-da! And the book is Haven by Mary Lindsay. So let's pull that book and see what that one is about. Okay, so here's the book that I picked for the month of April from my subscription boxes. This is a Page Habit book. So this is a book that has annotations from the author, and so it should be very fun to read, so I can kind of get little tidbits from the author about the story she created. So this book is about an orphan named Rain, and he meets a girl by the name of Freddie, and someone's out to kill her. And so she tells him that she better keep away if he wants to be safe, but of course he doesn't, and he ends up trying to find out the mystery of who's trying to kill her. It sounds like it's going to be a little bit of a mystery as well as a romance maybe between Rain and Freddie. We'll find out. So I'm going to read this book in April, and I'll let you know what I think next month in May. So there you go. These are the two books I'm going to be reading for the month of April: American Emperor and Haven. They are totally opposites of each other, but I'm looking forward to reading both of them. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comment box below what you think about them and what you thought about them if you did read them. And that's it. Those are the books that I pulled for the month of April. I'm going to start reading them as soon as I finish this video. And I thank you so much for watching. If you like to see me pulling books out of my TBR jars, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. If you have any comments you would like to share with me, please leave so in the comment box below. And if you would like to see more videos from me, don't forget to subscribe, because I do try to record a video at least once a week. Thanks everyone for sticking around, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!